Welcome back to Sailing Life with Cordelians. After 15 days at sea, our arrival in Guatemala is anything but easy. In the dead of night, we claw our way through a shifting sandbar, coming terrifyingly close to running aground. But as the sun rises, the drama gives way to wonder. In over 15,000 nautical miles we have sailed, this is by far the most breathtaking and picturesque entrance to a country we've ever had. Towering jungle walls rise up around us, steeped in history, guiding us into the river where life is shaped entirely by its waters. Families live, work and travel on the current itself, and it feels like stepping back into another world. We are the Cordelians, Steve, Annette and Gus, and this is our beautiful Venus 46 Ketch. We've lived on her for nearly 18 years and are about to start a major refit, and hope that you'll stay with us to see our plans and watch our progress.
Welcome to Guatemala. It's a bit monsoon-like out there at the moment. But it'll soon go. As you can see, it's starting to clear up there already.
Obviously created by the landmass, but this is the first rain that we have seen in 3 weeks.
So we've woken up our first morning and it just looks like dense jungle. There's a couple of houses over there, but they look derelict. And overnight we got a flying fish of a different kind. A fish that just flew up on the boat rather than it being a flying fish. Poor thing. I'm going to put it back, but it is dead. We've only just got to Guatemala, and because we haven't checked in, we have to put up a quarantine flag, which is a yellow flag. I don't know whether you can see it up there, until you've actually checked in. Then once you're checked in, you can take that yellow flag down. We don't normally have to do it because as soon as we arrive in a country we go and check in, but on this occasion we're dealing with tides. We've got to get over a bar which is only, how deep is the bar?
1.7.
Well, how are we going to get over it then? We're 1.8. So the bar is only 1.7 deep. We are 1.8, so we've got to go over at high tide, and those high tides have been at the wrong time. We're leaving tonight to go over that bar about 1 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, we should arrive at a place called Livingstone, which is where we'll check into Guatemala tomorrow morning. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and Steve and I are just getting ready to leave the bay to go over the bar at Livingstone. And the reason why we're leaving at this time is that it's about 10 miles before we get there, and we've got to pass over the bar at high tide, which is at 4 o'clock in the morning. So that's what we're doing, and Steve's just gone to bring the anchor up and it's just pouring down with rain, so we're just waiting a couple of minutes. Hopefully it'll pass fairly quickly.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully pass quickly pass. The night is dark and full of terror.
Yeah, so we're only going from here to here, which is about, well, just under 10 miles. And this is the bar here. So as you can see, well, you might be able to see, this area here is 0.8 to 1.8 depth, and we are 1.8. So we need to go over at the highest point of the tide. So we're running parallel with the pink line. This is the pink line, this is us here, the red line. We're running parallel at the moment. When we get over here, in this area here, we will move over slightly. So we're more on the pink line. So as we're at the deepest bit of the bar. As you can see, we're hardly moving. And we've got nothing underneath us. Been extremely slow trying to get over the bar, and we're still struggling now. We reckon about a third to go. Steve's worrying now that the tide's going to turn on us and start going out, which would be disastrous. doing 2000 RPMs at the moment, so it isn't like we can go much faster.
We also are ploughing a field.
We're still struggling to get through. I've been back in the cockpit now for 15 minutes and we've done about 70 feet, about 20 meters. Still reading nothing under the boat, and we're doing 0.2 knots, but we're probably going to start going against tide any minute now. We've had about an hour of slack tide. We've hit the bottom probably 100 times in the last hour, easily, but we are moving forward. So we'll plod on for the moment, but Steve's cool. He needs to decide what we're doing. If we're going to stop and anchor up here, then we'll be here for another 12 hours till the high tide us again. It'll be about 5 o'clock this afternoon. Yay, we're through! Just watch the speedo go up from 0.01 to 1 to 1.2, 1.3, so now it's going back down again. Perhaps we spoke too soon. We don't know what's going on now.
Spoke too soon, but we are doing better.
But yeah, we are doing better, but yeah, just, oh my god, this has been really scary and stressful. Really stressful.
So you're going on about where we touched the bottom 100 times. We're touching the bottom all the time. We're pushing, we're ploughing a field. We become farmers.
We reckon that for the last kind of half a mile we've just been ploughing through the bottom, which is not good. Anyway, look! 3 knots! Oh my god, it must mean we're on the other side! I can actually see us moving! Yee!
Oh, I think a celebratory cup of tea or something.
Yeah, I think so. I'll go and put the kettle on. Wow, that was really scary. In the dead of night as well, in the darkest part of the night, going through, watching with a torch out the front. I was getting absolutely freezing. Steve getting stressed back in, and each time I called him and said to him, so how are we doing? Not very well.
Look, 4.9, and we're still showing nothing underneath the keel.
Anyway, I'm going to go put the kettle on.
Needed this last night. We've arrived in Livingstone, Guatemala to check in, and we've just had a tense 2 hours trying to get over the bar. We became farmers and we ploughed a furrow for about 500 metres.
So this is Livingstone. It's very early in the morning, by the way. It's 5:30. Raoul, our agent, won't be with us until 8, 9, 10 o'clock. So we've got a little bit of time now. We can have a cup of tea and some sleep, I think. A couple of hours sleep. I think we might be in the fairway, but if there is such a thing, there's quite a bit going on around here for 5:30 in the morning.
It was super easy checking into Guatemala using Raoul, an agent. I'll leave his details below, but definitely worth the $50. We'd already WhatsApped our documents to him, and when it was all finished, we just went ashore about 2 hours later to go and pay and pick up our passports. Well, that's immigration all done and over with. We're just waiting for Steve to go ashore and go and get the money.
Luckily we had Raoul, because those officials didn't like that thing from St. Martin. They didn't like it. They didn't like the fact that the stamp was on the back page and not on the front page. And they both of them were looking at it, and he had to say to them, it's good, it's all good, it's good. And but he said it like 4 times to them.
Yeah.
And I think if we hadn't have had him, we would not have been able to explain that. We would not have been able to, or not explain it, we would have not been able to fight our corner with it.
Apart from paying, we're in now. And you've got to pick up the documents. I'm assuming you'll pick those up when...
Yeah,
they've got our ZAR.
Passports. They've still got the ZAR.
Passports and registration. That's it. We're just leaving Livingstone anchorage and heading up the Rio Dulce River. or the Rio Dulce. This is the bit that we've been so excited about. Steve went ashore earlier on to go and pay for our entry into Guatemala. Yeah? We're clear. Sorry, muddy bottom here, so we're just going along very slowly so Steve can clean the anchor. There's loads of cormorants in this water, loads of them, but we have seen a couple with fish, so obviously a lot of fish here as well. I think there would be in the entrance of the river though. We are currently going up the Rio Dulce, something that we have dreamed of for quite some time.
Tucked in the lush lowlands of eastern Guatemala lies the Rio Dulce, a ribbon of fresh water that has long been a lifeline for the region. Flowing out of Lake Isabel, Guatemala's largest lake, the river winds its way towards the Caribbean, cutting through steep limestone gorges draped in jungle. From above it looks almost mythical, green canopies mirrored in still waters broken only by the flight of herons or the dugout canoes of local fishers. For centuries, the Rio Dulce has been more than scenery. It was once a natural trade route linking inland communities with the sea. The Spanish recognised its importance early on, and in the 1600s they built the Castillo de San Felipe, a fortress to guard against pirates who preyed on shipments of cacao, indigo and other riches. Today, its crumbling stone walls still stand, a reminder that this river has always been a gateway. The river's surroundings are just as rich. Wetlands, mangroves and tropical forests shelter endangered manatees, howler monkeys and a dazzling array of birds. For the Kaweki Maya communities, the Rio Dulce is still woven into daily life, providing food, transport and cultural identity. In modern Guatemala, the Rio Dulce has become a bridge between worlds. It welcomes sailors from across the globe who anchor in its calm waters, eco-tourists who explore hidden waterfalls and hot springs, and conservationists working to protect its fragile ecosystems. It also sustains the economy, supporting fisheries, agriculture, and a growing tourism industry. More than just a waterway, the Rio Dulce is a thread that ties together Guatemala's history, its biodiversity and its future. It is a place where past and present meet, where nature and culture still flow side by side, and where the heartbeat of a nation can be felt in every gentle current.
This is amazing, absolutely stunning. Stunning. I'm speechless. There was a long time when I didn't think we were going to make it. But wow. Incredible.
The kayako is a slender dugout canoe that has carried fishermen here for generations. Life on the river is simple but demanding. Before the sun rises high, men cast out their nets by hand, guided by knowledge passed from father to son, where the fish gather, how the tides shift, how the mangroves breathe life into the waters.
This is Kayamode Bay. I think it's that anyway. Something like that.
As we got hardly any sleep last night, we've decided to spend the night here to split up the trip before we get to Monkey Bay Marina. We've been told this tiny bay only holds 6 boats on anchor. Luckily, we're the only ones here.
This is where we spent last night, our first night on the Rio Dulce, and it is Texan Bay. We haven't moved. Could be touching the bottom, but we haven't moved. And it is beautiful here. Just leaving to head on up the Rio Dulce now to our marina. It's Monkey Bay Marina. I thought those white things were rubbish. I was trying to avoid it and getting ready to hook it out, and then realised that they're attached to lines, so it was obviously fishing. But there's loads of them everywhere. So just trying to avoid those now, make sure we don't get those wrapped around the prop. And we're heading out into the biggest part of the Rio Dulce, which is the lake. Steve's just tidying up the deck. Your light's still on, Dylan.
Right.
Your light, headlight.
I don't even know why I've still got it on my head.
Nor do we. The water's also changed from that kind of murky brown colour to green.
At the heart of the Rio Dulce is the town of Fronteras, where a long bridge spans the river. Many small marinas have sprung up, catering to all sailors. Every year during hurricane season in the Caribbean, boats from all over the world find refuge in these protected waters. And this, we believe, is our home for the next few months, Monkey Bay Marina.
Oh, there you go, there's dinghies just around here. Wait.
He hasn't been off the boat in
3 weeks.
Oh, wow, he's ready. Good morning, wife. Good morning, dog.
Morning, husband.
Reversing boat day. Got to reverse the boat into a marina berth. Cordelia doesn't like going backwards. I don't like going backwards. I'm not a backdoor type of person. We're in. We've managed to be able to reverse with a lot of help from our neighbours. So yeah, Cordelia doesn't like going backwards. Really doesn't like it. Alright, it's me, don't like that. You probably, with practice, like everything, with practice you'll get better.
So that's us and Cordelia berthed in Monkey Bay Marina in the Rio Dulce. We loved our amazing entry into Guatemala and the Rio Dulce. Now the hard work begins. Join us in a couple of weeks when we show you why we chose this marina, start settling into marina life and make a start on the refit work which we have planned. Thanks for watching. Ciao for now. We'd like to welcome on board our latest patrons, Brent and Karen. Thank you very much for joining us. And a huge thank you to all of our Patreon and Coffee supporters, plus all of you viewers as well. We really appreciate all of your support and love reading and replying to all of your comments. Thanks for watching, everybody.